Mr. Gamer Guru 13 here. This is going to be my first installment of Games for Less. These installments, I'm going to be putting them out either weekly or bi-weekly, and hopefully being able to give you guys tips on how to get games for cheap, how to get games for less, and just the basics and the strategy that you need to find your games for cheap. So for this episode, I'm going to just start out by giving you some of the ways that I find my games for cheap, that I find my games for less, some of the places I may go, some of the websites I may search, and I'm also going to show you two items that I just got for free by just either being lucky or doing some homework. So let's start out, and I'm going to tell you how I get my games for less. So a few places to start out are garage sales. Some people might not know the value of what they have, and if you're out looking at garage sales, it might take some time. Every garage sale you come across isn't going to have, a plethora of games that are very expensive games for $1. You really have to get out there and look, but you will come across games like, let's say, Final Fantasy VII. Someone might not know that that game can sell for $50, and you can pick it up for $5, $10. I just bought Castlevania for the NES for $1 recently at a garage sale, so that was a good find. Another place to look is flea markets. Those are always great, always full of games and accessories and whatever you may need. I also search on Craigslist. Now, people sometimes list a list of games, and the games might, there might be one for free because it doesn't have a certain disc, and you might be able to piece your games together that way, which is still a very legitimate way to find your games. But if you can get them for free because someone's giving them away because they're missing a piece of the game, and you can find that later, which is what I'm in the process of doing right now. Other places I look are used game stores. Now, a lot of these used game stores, they get in their games, they have a booklet that they look through that tells them the prices and everything. They might not know the prices themselves. So I have found, one of the games I found was a Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1. There was a Metal Gear Solid in the expensive case shelf for $25, and as I was looking through the shelf on the other shelf out, not in the glass case, I found a Metal Gear Solid, the same exact copy, for $6. So they had just mispriced it, mistagged it. What are you gonna do? I found this one for 6. I went up and asked them. I said, "This one says 6. That one says 25. What's the difference?" I obviously be honest and let them know that you're, not out trying to scam them or swapping price tags or anything like that. And a lot of the times they'll just give you the lower price because it was their mistake. So that's another way that I have found games for cheap, games for less. But let me show you something that I found. The other day I was going into this game store, Amazing Heroes, down here in Kirkland, Washington. It's a video game store, and it's a comic book superhero. They sell all kinds of, figurines and whatnot. I was walking in. As I was walking in, they were throwing away a Nintendo 64. So I asked them, "Can I have that Nintendo 64? I like to open things up and clean them out and fix them up. And if I fix it up, I'll bring it back to you." So I brought it. I fixed it up. All it needed really was a jumper pack in it and some cleaning. I fixed it up and brought it back to them, gave it back to them, and as I was bringing it back, I looked on the floor, and there was two Xbox 3, or just Xboxes, the regular Xboxes, without cords, just bare bones, that said free on them. So I decided to, let me show you here, pick these up, and I took them home with me. Now, this one I'm still working on. The other one, the other Xbox, we got all the screws and stuff here. This Xbox, if we can pop it open here, is having trouble with the disk drive. So this is your disk drive on your Xbox One, the very first Xbox. Now all I did, I already put the screws back in, and I've kind of fixed it up. This is your hard drive here, and this is your disk drive. All you need to do mostly when your Xbox crashes like this, or won't read disks, or the disk drive has problems opening, is just open it up and give it a good cleaning and see if that helps. If not, you might need to clean the eye, or it could be some wire problems and you might be screwed. But I got lucky on, there was 2 of these. The other one I haven't even had to open yet. I just plugged it in and it worked. So I got a free Xbox One, which I didn't have, and then I have this Xbox, which I'm working on now and going to fix it up. It's pretty much fixed up. It just has problems with the disk drive opening and closing all the time, which isn't that big of a deal if if you pop it open and clean it out every once in a while. The disk drive will automatically open and you'll be fine. You're not going to lose your disk. You can pop this out very easily. There's a few screws. They do hide the screws underneath the serial number, so if you pop it open, you're not going to be able to have your warranty on it. But these are so old that there is no warranty on Xbox 360 or Xboxes anymore. So that was one way I got a free Xbox. Is just, stores might not know what to do with them, and if you know how to pop them open and clean them out and give them a good cleaning, they might run for you. So it's always good to keep your eyes out for that. And then for the last thing I'm going to show you here for games for less, I was looking on Craigslist and I found an ad. Someone was selling a bunch of games and one of them didn't have disc 1. So it had disc 2, disc 3, it had the original case, it had the original artwork, and that is Blue Dragon for the Xbox 360. Now, it comes with everything, it just does not have disc 1. So this is another way where you can find games for less, is if he just was giving this away for free. So I decided to jump on it, pick it up, and down the road in the future, I have so many games to play right now that I don't absolutely need to play this one right now. In the future, I'll just be continuing to search for disc 1 for cheap, and I might find it for $1, $2 or something like that, and I'll get a complete game. Just because the disc 1 didn't come with this disc doesn't mean it's not a complete game. It'll still be the exact same game, and I'll just have bought it for $1. So also, if anybody has disc 1 for Blue Dragon and they're wanting to get rid of it, let me know. And if you're in the Bothell, Kirkland, Seattle area, let me know. But pretty much getting games for cheap is not that difficult, but there is some homework you need to do. You definitely need to know what you're looking for. You definitely need to know your prices, and you need to know what these games can sell for and what these games can be bought for if you want to flip them and make a purchase on them. Now, systems are another story. They're not always that easy to find for cheap or for free, especially old systems and vintage systems, and they're always not working, like the NES or the Super NES. And the Super NES is a little bit difficult to pop open. You need to get a certain tool, which I do not have yet. I'm working on one of those as well. But anyways, these games for less, just do your homework, figure out what the prices are that you would like to pay for them. And a lot of these stores, you can barter with them. You can say, gosh, that's a little bit too much for my budget. Can you take $10 off that? And they might do it. It never hurts to ask. But go in there, go into stores, be nice, be professional, be personable, and you just might get your games for cheap. So this is the first installment here. I'll be putting out more games for less installments coming up in the future. I just wanted to share with you guys some ways to get games for cheap, and in the next installment we'll go over some other ways to get games for cheap. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate and comment on the video if you would like, and subscribe if you would like. I'll be doing many videos, video reviews, lots of stuff. So let me know what you think of my videos, and you guys have a great day. Thanks.